Cool. Welcome to this live class by e2language.com. It's called Ielts Reading Super Skills. Why? Well, I'm going to teach you three things. I'm going to teach you the importance of the first sentence of a paragraph. I'm going to teach you the importance of keywords, and I'm going to teach you the importance of synonyms. If you understand these three concepts and the strategies behind them, you can do your Ielts reading a lot more efficiently, and you can do it a lot more accurately. So I took Ielts Academic and I got a 9. Edwin, don't be nervous. It's all good, all good. So I got an Ielts 9 when I took mine, and while I was doing the Ielts, I was thinking about how do they construct these questions? What's going on here? Why is it so tricky? Why is it so difficult, right? Because the Ielts reading is just tricky. That's what it is. And it's these three concepts that you need to understand in order to do it well. So let's look at the importance of first sentences. What does that mean? Well, I want you to read the first sentence to get the main idea of a paragraph fast. In other words, the first sentence of a paragraph, also called the topic sentence, introduces the paragraph. It tells you what the paragraph is going to be about. So if you know this and you can quickly read that first sentence, you do not have to read the entire paragraph, because in matching headings, for example, you can just read the first sentence of the paragraph. You don't need to read the entire paragraph. Even for multiple choice, if it's asking you a particular question, you'll just read the first sentence of the paragraph and you'll know if the answer is in that paragraph or in another paragraph. Okay, so which question types does it apply to? It applies to all of these: true, false, not given, yes, no, not given, matching headings, features, information, etc. All of these question types. This is a key skill. Let's do one. So let me stop blathering away. What is this paragraph about? Just read the first sentence. You don't need to read the rest of the sentences. Please type it into the chat. Just read the first sentence. You don't need to read the rest of the sentences. A, B, C, or D? Good. Good stuff. Well done. You got it. Yes. That, by the way, was very simple. The answer is D, muscles. Why? It says here, our muscles are amazing structures. So the rest of this paragraph is going to be about muscles and their structures. But really, it's going to be about muscles. Okay? If this sentence says our brains are amazing structures, you know this is going to be about brains. Or our arms are amazing structures, you know this is going to be about arms. Here, muscles, so you know that the answer is D, muscles. Right, that was too easy. Let's make it a bit harder. Let's do this one here. A, B, C, or D. Quickly choose your answer. You have 30 seconds. Please read to the end of the sentence though. Read to the end of the sentence, the first sentence. Oh, this one's a bit harder. Don't just look for the keywords. Think about the meaning of the first sentence. What's the meaning of the first sentence? Cool. Good. All right. That one was harder. Well done, Vivian and Moser. and Swarupna. Good. That one was a bit harder. That one, I did not just match a key word. That one, what I did is I took the meaning of that sentence and summarized it down into a few words. And the answer is A, inspiration for artificial muscles. Let's read the first sentence and see why. It says here, variations of dynamic geometry appear elsewhere in nature, exhibiting a variety of mechanisms and structures and inspiring development in artificial muscle technology. So this dynamic geometry is the inspiration for artificial muscles. It's not about dynamic geometry. It mentions that, but what's the real meaning of the paragraph? It's talking about dynamic geometry in relation to being the inspiration for artificial muscles. So the answer there is A, be careful. I'm going to keep tricking you. Let's make it even harder now. So let's do this one. This one actually is probably slightly easier. Good Moser, good Rachel, good Edwin. Good Donna. Good Osama. Good Billy. Cool. This one was a bit easier. 10 seconds. Right. Let me appear. The answer here is B, spider silk and water. Let's read the first sentence. Here it says, spider silk is a natural biological material with high sensitivity to water, which inspires us to study the interaction between spider silk and water. Okay? Yes. Yes, it mentions spider silk, but really it's about spider silk and water together. Cool. That's a good little lesson. Right. So we just learned that the main idea of a paragraph is in the first sentence. Fine. Now I want you to match each paragraph to its main idea. Match the paragraph to the main idea. Here we go. Good, Osama. Well done. You've got the first one. Good. Good, Vivian. Nice. Thirty seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and fine. What are the answers? Well, number 1 was debating the causes. It says here, the cause, blah, 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 has been the source of scientific debate, right? So 1B, fine. What about number 2? C, a spectacular interest. Blah, 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 spectacular landscapes with the fairy circles in Namibia holding special interest for scientists since the 1970s. Therefore, 3 must be A mystery unraveled. One of nature's greatest mysteries may have been unraveled. That was way too easy, and that never happens in the IELTS. You never find a keyword in the question and the exact same keyword in the passage. We need to make it much harder. I want you to do that again, but this time I've changed the keywords in the passage to synonyms. Okay, so now you're going to have to, you're not just matching word for word, you're matching meaning for meaning. That's going to be critical. So let's do this one again. This time it will be harder. Good, Billy. Well done. You've got it. Good, Edwin. $30 seconds. Good, Swarupna. Good, Donna. Okay, let's have a look at these answers. Again, you should only be reading the first sentence of the paragraph, not the entire paragraphs. So what are the answers? Well, let's have a look. A long-held and beautiful interest. Regular vegetation patterns form spectacular landscapes across the globe, with the fairy circles in Namibia holding special interests for scientists since the 1970s. Long held since the 1970s. Beautiful, spectacular. You can see the synonyms here. Now you could have looked at, whoopsie, let me go back one slide. You could have thought that that was a long held and beautiful interest. One of nature's greatest mysteries may have been unraveled by researchers, but number 2 is definitely A. And you'll need to consider this when you're taking your IELTS, because sometimes you think, oh, it could be that, but then the following one is definitely not that. So you need to think about the other possible headings as well. This one says a puzzle possibly solved. This one says a mystery unraveled. A mystery unraveled, a puzzle solved. Synonyms, same meaning. Let's look at the third one. An ongoing dispute. The cause of the circular patches of earth surrounded by grass has been the source of scientific debate for decades. So ongoing, for decades, and a dispute, debate. So there you go. They were the answers. Right, that brings us to our next concept that we need to understand, and that is the concept of keywords. What are keywords? Keywords are essential nouns, verbs, and adjectives. What does that mean? Well, you have two types of words in a sentence. You have keywords that mean something, and you have grammar words that stick the sentence together. For example, a keyword might be computer. It means something. If I say the word to you, computer, you know, you get a sense of what that means. But if I say the word to you of, or across, or is, or slightly, it has less meaning, okay? So if I say a noun like computer, or if I say a verb like think, or if I say an adjective like pretty or ugly, it has meaning. But other words, the little words typically that stick the sentence together don't have meaning. You don't want to focus on them. A word like the has no meaning. It needs a noun. So, which question types are keywords essential for? For these ones. In fact, really for all of them, but particularly these ones here. How do you find keywords? Well, you need to identify the nouns, verbs, and adjectives in the question, right? Then, so you go to the question first, you need to find the keyword in the question, then you find the corresponding keywords in the paragraph, right? Because you need to know where to read. Then you stop when you found it in the paragraph. So let's say the keyword in the question is computer, and the keyword in the passage is computer technology or information technology. Okay, you found the match. So now you need to stop and you need to zoom in on that part and read that part of the paragraph very carefully. Then you need to go back and forth to the question and say, what did the question ask me? Does it say that? What did it say? Does it say that? And that's, it's clumsy, but that's how you do IELTS reading. Let's try. First, I want you to identify keywords in the questions only. So look at these questions. Don't look at the text. I've already given them to you. Sorry. Fine, let's just move on. Let's look at these questions. Number one. So it says, what syndrome can the new technology help? The second one says, what can the computer decipher? Third question says, how did the participants report feeling? So the key words in question one are going to be words like syndrome. Why? Because it's an unusual noun, right? And technology, because it's a distinctive noun. And number two, computer and decipher. Well, this is an interesting verb. It's meaningful. And what about number three? Well, report feeling. Feeling is going to be the key word there. So now we need to find the corresponding keywords in the paragraph and answer the question. Let's do that. Good, Rashmi, you have the first one. Well done. Good, Vivian. Excellent. Good, Rachel. Good, Osama. Yes, that's fine. Vivian, no worries. Good, Sierra, you've got it. Cool. 10 seconds. You should be able to find this very quickly. I don't want you to read the text. I want you to scan the text. 3, 2, 1. There's the answer here. Let's have a look. So the answer is, what syndrome can the new technology help? So I'm going to scan read the text, and I found the word syndrome, locked-in syndrome, locked-in syndrome. That's the syndrome. That's the type of syndrome. Let's do number 2. What can the computer decipher? Good, 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 good. Excellent. Ten seconds. Cool. Let's have a look at this one. So what can the computer decipher? It can decipher thoughts, or thoughts of people. Thoughts. That's what it can decipher or understand. Cool. The key word there was decipher, and here's the same keyword here. So this is an easy one. Let's do number 3. Very quickly, you have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and cool. Most people got it. Well done. That was an easy one, but good. You can see that it can just take you 10 seconds if you know what you're looking for. If you know what you're looking for, it will help you. If you don't really read the question properly, you don't know what you're looking for, first of all, you won't get the question right, but second of all, you're going to waste time, and time is very precious in IELTS reading. There's the answer there. Happy. Cool. Let's do a task now. I want you to employ those 3 techniques. Identify keywords in the question first, then find the corresponding keywords in the paragraph, then answer the question. Answer these 3 questions, please. Good. I want you to actually answer the question. Don't just find the paragraph. What's the answer to the question? Good, Billy. Well done. Number 3 is a bit tricky. Edwin, I want you to find the answer for the questions, not just the paragraph. What are the answers? What are the words? Good, Estefania. You got number 3. Well done. No problem, Vivian. That's funny. Good, Osama. Excellent. Osama, I think you'll do well on IELTS reading. You're very accurate and quite quick. 30 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Well, let's look at the answers. So what could possibly be causing dementia? What about this? You could have just said pollution. That's fine. And in the IELTS, it will say, write no more than 3 words or no more than 4 words and or a number. If it said no more than 4 words, you would probably write tiny air pollution particles. It depends on the question. It depends on the question. But pollution, or if you wrote pollution particles or this, that was fine. Now, this is an interesting one. It says, what percentage of dementia cases could be attributed to air pollution? Now, there's a couple of possible answers here, but there's only one real correct one. So, attributed to air pollution. This one says older women who live in places with fine particulate matter exceeding the US blah, 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 are 81% more at risk for global cognitive decline and 92% more likely to develop dementia. But yes, it could be that. But here, this is a better answer. Air pollution could be responsible for about 21% of dementia cases. What percentage of dementia cases could be attributed to air pollution? 21% of dementia cases could be, air pollution could be responsible for about 21%. That question's not a great question. It's a little bit ambiguous. Let's look at number 3. What needs to be in the surrounding environment to increase cognitive decline? So maybe your keyword is cognitive decline. You can see here cognitive decline. Here it says scientists and engineers found that older women who live in places with fine particulate matter are at more risk for global cognitive decline. The answer there was fine particulate matter. Some of you got that. Well done. Cool. Let's now think about synonyms, because this is a critical skill in IELTS reading. As I said, very rarely, if ever, in the question, it will use the same word in the text. Almost always it will use a synonym in the text. Well, what are synonyms? A synonym is a word with a similar meaning or almost same meaning, like big and large are synonyms, right? Tiny and small are synonyms. Yes, I could go on, but I won't. Why are they important? Because in IELTS reading, the words in the questions will be different to the corresponding words in the passage. Find the synonyms. Here we go. This will take you about 3 minutes. Do it quickly, please. I'll give you a hint. These are in order. So the first one will be at the top. The last one, number 10, will be at the bottom. Good, Osama. Good, Donna. Well done. Hello, Rupalika. Good, Sachini. Got number 1. You need to do it quicker. Rupalika, we're looking at synonyms. So on the left-hand side, you'll see a list of words. In the text, there'll be a word that means the same thing. You need to spot them, okay? You need to do it quickly. Good, Osama. Well done. Okay, good. Some people are up to number 6. Keep going. Faster and faster. Good. Some people have got to number 10 already. Well done. Back in 1 second. Cool. Well done. 1 more minute. You should be quicker than this. Good question, Sherry, about number 10. No, number 10. Cool. Let's get to it. I'll get to number 10, Sherry. All right, let's check the answers here, right? So here's another hint, by the way. In Ielts, the question types follow the text. So as you're going down, you'll be going down with the questions as well. Kids. Let's look at the answers, sorry. Kids, children, right? Increase, grow. Concentrate, well, attention or pay attention. Recover, bounce back. Permanent, fixed. Errors, mistakes. Recoiling, shying away from. What's that one? Avoiding, glossing over. A research finding is an implication. The main implication here, the main research finding here, and chance is opportunities or chances. It could be singular or plural. Often we just use chance as a singular noun. And we say, oh, the chance is, no, actually we do say chances, the chances, so singular or plural. Let's go back and think about these synonyms though. Let's say in the question it said something about kids, and then in the text it says something about children. In the question it says something about an increase, and here it says something about growing. In the question it says something about concentrating, and in the text it says something about paying attention, recovering, bouncing back, permanent, fixed. In the question it says something about making errors. In the text it uses the word mistakes. Recoiling, shying away from, avoiding, glossing over. What was the research finding? And here it says the main implication. So there's your synonym. And the chance, well, opportunity or opportunities. There you go. So now what I want you to do is find the synonym for accidentally. I'm going to show you a large text with 3 paragraphs. I want you to scan your eyes over the paragraphs to find the word that means the same thing as accidentally. Here we go. 30 seconds. Accidentally. What word means the same or similar thing to accidentally? Ten seconds. Three, two, one. That was a hard one. I agree. Maybe I'm a bit of a cruel teacher. The answer there is inadvertently. Accidentally hamper learning, inadvertently hamper learning. If you wrote inadvertently, well done. That's a tricky word. Let's do an easy one. This one, you need to find the synonym that means the same thing as exert effort. Exert effort. exert effort. Exert effort. I'm going to give you a hint. It's in paragraph A. Good, Edwin. Well done, Vivian. Good, Rashmi. Well done. Ten seconds. Exert effort. Good, Rupalika, well done. And Sherry's got it. Not quite, Billy. Right, let's look at the answer to this one. It is try harder. To try harder, exert effort. So imagine the question said something about exerting effort. Then in the paragraph, you see the word try harder. You know that you're reading in the right spot. Cool. Let's do one more. This one might have a couple, but endeavor, endeavor, endeavor. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. My apologies. I need to check these before I do them. Anyway, I just saved you the hard work. Strive, endeavor, strive. So how I would do that is, let's say the question says something about an endeavor, right? And I know the meaning of that word. So I'm not going to look for that particular word in the text. I'll keep the meaning in my head, and I'm going to quickly scan the paragraphs. Endeavor, endeavor. Hard work, could be that. I'll keep going. Positive changes, no. Willing to try harder, yeah, not quite. Messages, encourage, motivation. And I'm just reading key words, nouns and verbs. People, intelligence, genetically fixed. Excuse me. Learning, Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci. Intelligence, endeavor, endeavor, endeavor. People, latter, work, trumps, instant, changes, brain, willing, endeavor, strive. Boom, got it. So it takes me 10 seconds to find that spot. And how do I do it? I keep the meaning in my mind and I read the nouns and the verbs. That's all. I don't read in depth. There's not enough time. Cool, let's recap. So in this lesson, we learnt that the first sentence of a paragraph contains the key information. It introduces the paragraph, tells you what the paragraph is about. We learnt the importance of identifying keywords in the questions and the keywords in the text, corresponding keywords in the text. However, keywords often become synonyms. We also learnt that keywords are nouns and verbs and sometimes adjectives. Keywords almost always transform into synonyms. So now let's do a little mock test. Now, before we start, I'm sorry, but this is the same one as I did last week. I ran out of time this afternoon to create a new one. So if you saw this last week, I'm sorry, you might want to do it again. It will still be good practice. Why not? but for new people, this will certainly be new for you. So let me disappear and start on a multiple choice question here. Good, Sachini and Osama, well done. You'll just have to wait a little bit for the others. Cool, 30 seconds. Sorry, this isn't multiple choice, it's match headings. 10 seconds. Three, two, one, and we move to the next set of questions, which is multiple choice. Thirty seconds. 10 seconds. Three, two, one, and we move on to the final ones. True, false, not given. Good, Sachini, well done. We'll go to Q&A at the end, Siri, if you have any questions. 10 seconds. Three, two, one, and cool bananas. That's probably enough time. Let's look at the answers. Excuse me. Now, match the appropriate heading, A, B, C, or D. Similarities in behavior. Just like the cuckoo, the wasps sneak in and lay their eggs in host nests. Just like the cuckoo, similarities in behavior. There you go. A change of class. The revised genus. There you go. A change of class. 2B. 3. New types of wasp. 9 new gorgeously colored species of wasp. Fine. Number 4, unknown defense mechanisms. Another interesting survival mechanism, blah, 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 blah. They are the answers to match headings. Here are the answers to multiple choice. The wasp originates from China. Here you can see the word China. Kleptes from China. What is the wasp's strange difference? Nesting habits. Where does it say that? Strange habits. Okay. Hold on. Where is the word? There's a word peculiar, strange. Here. Peculiar parasitoid nesting habits. Strange difference, nesting habits. Good. 6. Where do the wasps lay their eggs? In hosts' nests. So here's the word egg. Here we go. Just like the cuckoo, the wasps sneak in and lay their eggs in host nests. That's the answer for 4, 5, and 6. Now, the wasp attacks its prey in the air, not given. It mentions nothing about attacking prey. Number 8, the wasps have several different names. Yes. Where does it say that? The third 9. Find the revised genus. Common name suggests peculiar. Here. They are also called jewel wasps, gold wasps, or emerald wasps. There you go. True. 9. The wasp larvae consume the mother wasp. When hatched, the larvae consume the host egg or larva. False. Final one is the wasp's defense mechanisms are not unusual. Here it's talking about the defense mechanisms, but it says in nature, this mechanism is also seen in pillbugs and armadillos. It's not unusual. True. That's that. There we go. Let's go to Q&A. But before you do check out e2language.com. It's, well, I think it's one of the best websites for IELTS preparation online. That's for sure. Let's now go to Q&A. If you have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat. How did you go? Donna got 7 out of 10. Not bad. Well done. Need a bit of practice, but that's good. Cool. Any questions, type them in, and I'll also check out. Edwin got 8. No questions on YouTube. Nope. Looking good. Osama got 9. Well done. That's an excellent score. What else have we got? Sachini got 10 out of 10. Congratulations. That's great. Edwin enjoyed that webinar. It is exciting. I think it's good. Siri got 8. Moza got 7. Rashmi asks, these questions are common for both general and academic. These questions are probably a little bit more academic than general, but I've made it slightly, I've tried to blend general and academic together, but it's slightly more on the academic side. So it's half, close to both. Okay, Siri's got a question. How to distinguish between false and not given? It's confusing. Okay, yes, I was very worried about this too. False means that the information in the text contradicts what's said in the question. Let's have a look. Let's go back. It's a good question. All right, let's look at this false one. It says here, the wasp larvae consume the mother wasp. And here it says, when hatched, the larvae consume the host egg or larva. So it's false. It's directly contradicting what's said in the text. For not given, it doesn't mention anything about it. So the wasp attacks its prey in the air. There's nothing mentioned in the text about that. Okay? So that's the difference between false and not given. Yes, Rashmi, the only difference between general and academic IELTS is writing task 1. That's the big difference. And then reading's slightly different. We currently have IELTS academic. However, we are about to upload our IELTS general. And so in the meantime, what we can do is send you some stuff. Or you can just practice on the IELTS academic because the question types are exactly the same. So it's still excellent practice. Cool. All right. Let me stop screen sharing there. And let me turn this off on YouTube. Cool bananas.